Okay, so to pick up where we just left off, the greasers may seem rough on the inside, but they're just normal people with their own problems. Let me find my cursor. So they're normal people with their own problems, right? And so there's our answer. What can we conclude from the author's description of the greasers? That the greasers may seem rough on the inside, or they may seem rough, but on the inside, they're just normal people with their own problems. So now is the time for us to go back up to the passage and to look for the evidence that this is true. So I'm going to look up at my highlighted information and I'm going to find evidence that supports my answer. So what we came up with, I believe this was in first period, was that Pony Boy says that the greasers act like hoods, wear their hair long, and are in a gang. So what I want to do to cite this, I can leave it like this and that's fine, but I want to cite this so that it's clear that these are Pony Boy's words. So I'm going to go ahead and come in here and put quotation marks here. The Pony Boy says that the greasers act like hoods, wear their hair long, and are in a gang. So that is one piece of evidence that it's true that the greasers may seem rough. Now, how about if we move to on the inside, they're just normal people with their own problems. So what I'm going to do is come here down to B because I need two pieces of evidence and say something like, at the same time, that's a nice transitional phrase, at the same time, the greasers wear normal clothes like sneakers and jean jackets, all while struggling with the loss of their parents and trying to, let's go back and fix that, and trying to keep their family together. So these are some pretty normal problems for people to face. So, that shows that there's a human side to them too. So on one hand, they're doing some hood things. Maybe they're even getting into some trouble. If we wanted to, we could go back up here and add a little bit more text evidence about how they may seem rough. We might talk about the fact that they steal things. They drive souped up old cars and they hold up their gas stations. So I might say something like and I'm going to just come up here and copy and paste. No, I won't. They steal things and drive old souped up cars and hold up gas stations and have a gang. Oops, hold on a second. We got interrupted by Skyward. So, and have gang fight once in a while. Okay, so that just gives us a little bit more evidence that these guys are a little rough on the outside, but at the same time, they're just normal people with their own problems. So now that we've got a couple of pieces of evidence, we're going to come on down to explain the third part of our ACE. We did the A, which was answer, right here, the answer, and then we did the C, which is citing our evidence, and now we're going to move down to the final step, which is to explain or elaborate. And so what that is, guys, is we're just going to summarize the first few sentences of our paragraph, maybe restate it in a different way, and then maybe tie it in as to, why does this even matter? Like, what are the societal implications of this? And so what we came up with in first period, let's see if we can find it. So while the greasers do bad things and look rough, they're just trying to survive the life that they have been given. Okay, so that wraps it up, puts a little bit of a bow on it, and I don't need all of this, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So there we go. There's one example of how to complete an SAR, a short answer response, using the ACE method. So I hope that helps, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Study hard.